Hey guys, so this is, I guess, Racing Mower Update 2, and so we ditched the vertical shaft and went to the Honda clone Predator engine from Harbor Freight, which is a 212cc and 6.5 horsepower. So you can see that clutch right there that we have going back to chain drive, since it's a vertical shaft, and we made this chain tensioner out of a old clutch on the mower. We had the vertical shaft, and it holds the chain really tight. And then we made this exhaust out of
old one. Mount it up like that. It burned your ass every time you sat on it. So we had to ditch that plan. And we used a bicycle handlebar to create the bent tube design. And we cut it off and welded and made a new one. That's our exhaust system.
And then for our feet, we had these disgusting foot plates, and they bent a bunch right here because they aren't stiff at all.
Look at shit.
Yeah. So we took some, I think it was
a
3/4 inch, 2 foot long gas pipe with the end caps on it, and we welded that to the frame so your feet can rest on that. And it's a lot stronger and doesn't flex or bend at all. And then with the handlebars, we had this steering wheel on it. It's pretty small, and the steering's super tight on it, so whenever you wiggled it, you turned, and at high speeds it would just be really dangerous because you could turn and flip over. So we made this steering, and we took some galvanized conduit, 3/4 inch, cut it, and then welded it back together at an angle, as you can see there. And then we took some old bike handlebars and the stem, and we slid that in there, tightened it up, put a brake lever as the throttle on it, which, as you can see, they did really nice on here because they made this kind of adapter, I guess, to hold the cable in, and you clamp it down, and then you tighten it on here, and you remove the throttle, and that's the throttle right there, so it moves. And this engine starts up on almost every single pole.
That's because it's brand new.
Yeah, but without clutch, which our other brand new Honda clone had some trouble with. And then we had the gas cap here, and since it goes under the hood, we had to cut this little section out. And it had that slot in it from the old throttle, and I really didn't like the look of that, so we moved that over. And as you can see on that side, we made these mounts for the hood, and they went straight down, and they had a right angle, and you bolted it to the frame. But on our driveway, since this thing has no suspension and it had plastic wheels, all the bolts would just wiggle right out and come loose. And so we decided to angle them back for more strength and weld those on. And then, just temporarily, we put some new wheels on. They're kind of sketchy because the axle's a little, the hole on the wheel's too big for the actual axle on the mower. But that's basically it.
We also ditched the old plate that ran from about here to there and held the old engine, and we took some inch angle iron, made our engine mounts, welded it underneath and on top. And then we, since that plate supported the steering, we took some 2 inch by 1 inch angle iron and made this sport for the steering. And we ditched there was an old bumper, but it had been hit and bent in, so we redesigned it with this piece of metal in it. It's a little bit stronger too in the end. So.
The next thing we'll probably be working on is making it wider and stiffening up the steering a little bit. It wiggles some in there, and we have to figure out what that is, because it's definitely not our support.
And probably a new axle. for the
Yeah.
back. To get rid of the differential, 'cause it's not the best thing ever.
Get some new wheels too. And that's it. Thanks for watching. JC Racing here. So we're gonna do a cold start of the old, I guess new racing lawnmower.